the pressures of the industry,
Yeah.
they also get to us. People invite us to events.
Yeah.
It's expensive to get to events. It's really expensive. You need to have makeup. You need to have a dress, especially for girls. Like me leaving my place and saying that I'm going to Empress Palace, for example. My face needs to be made up. My hair needs to be on point. Nails. Need to even an Uber or petrol to get there. So the funding of all of that is part of sustaining the model. We can sustain the model as it is, but there's the pressures of the industry that also impact us, because we want to show up as well, and we want to show up as the best versions of ourselves. So we have learned to navigate the challenges by learning how to do our own makeup, and we got all those tips from pageant girls, by the way, to say learn how to do your makeup, girl. Like learn how to do a basic lip hondo with styling gel. Like learn how to. We have amazing places where we hire dresses as well for very reasonable prices. We've had dress sponsors as well in the process. So we've become pageant girls without becoming pageant girls. So that's a real pressure, and I don't want people to look at us and think that we are pretending. We are going through it. We're getting through it. We are writing to people and say, can you please sponsor us with a dress? This is how much content we're going to bring you. This is how much you're going to bring back into your brand. The same way pageants do it, we also do it. So that's one of the challenges that people wouldn't think that we face. Yeah.
Would you consider yourself joining a pageant, or do you feel like you are pageant material? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode. Today's episode, we're joined by one of the most and coolest media personality, Onke, founder of Her Majesty blog. How are you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. It's been 3 years we're planning this thing, and look at the trophy. Look at the trophy and awarding winning blog, right?
Yes.
But how have you been, though?
I've been good. You know, Her Majesty has been, the center of my life since we started. Yeah. And everything is going well.
Nice. That's so nice. Just take me through before we get to the media personality and also the blog side of things. But just tell me, who is Onke in general?
Who is Onke in general? How much time do you have? Because I'm quite a lot.
Right.
So
are you feeling cold?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're very nice. And very caring. I love that.
Right.
So Onke in general, I'm a very dynamic person.
Yeah.
I am a friend. I am a sister. I'm a daughter. On top of everything else, but I don't like to define myself with my professions. I like to define myself by the kind of person that I am. So when I say I'm dynamic, I mean that I'm a people's person.
True.
I love people. I love interacting with people. I love communicating with people. I love making people feel comfortable and at home. I love putting them on the spotlight, being authentic, making jokes, making people comfortable and laughing. So that's me.
Because I remember the first time I had a conversation with you a couple of years ago, probably like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I mean, and I'm like, girl, we just, this is the first time we're calling, and I feel like there's the personality part of you that is so genuine and authentic as well. How do you stay authentic? How do you stay true to yourself?
By being myself.
Right.
Everywhere where I step, I am myself. I'm as much as I talk a lot and I love people, I care about people quite a lot as well. So I'm very strict. I want you to be the best version of yourself. I will push you. I will say, where's this? Where's that? Where's we don't know how to do this thing. Let's find out how it's done. So it's by actively being myself and not pretending to be someone else that it's hard not to be me. And even when I am sad or when life is not going the way I want it to go, there's a certain way that I am, and people know it as well.
Can you even afford to be sad?
Right? Can I even afford to be sad? I should be, because if I'm not sad, then I'm suppressing my feelings. Then it's gonna lead to bigger mental wellness problems. So I make sure that I feel whatever I need to feel, and people know how I feel. So if my friend is calling me and I don't want to take their calls.
Right.
I look at it until it finishes reading. I'm ringing, and then I'll send her a text to say, friend, I don't feel like chatting at the moment.
Okay.
Can I call you tomorrow? And then they'll understand because I'm being 100% me.
True. That's so nice. I'm so excited for this conversation to talk about your the media side of things, right? Also, your MC as well. How did that come about?
Well, hey, it's my personality. Like,
right.
I started emceeing with events at church and at home and family events. It will be someone's party, like a kid's party, or my mom's party, or my friend's party, or my little cousins. And they'd say, call this one to come and speak, call this one to come in. And then I'd literally stand there and I'd be myself as I am, how I know the person, how I interact with the people. And then it led to bigger stages where now I'm an MC. I need to research the brand, I need to research the person, I need to, and then bring me towards that purpose. So that's how it all started, literally. That's so amazing, man. And I'm thinking about it, slowly like sinking in right now that, oh my goodness, we here, like we're here now. Finally.
Finally. Actually, congratulations for winning the award, by the way. How did we get to you actually thinking of you should start a blog?
Sure. That story, ne? So my friend Bite Mugelo and I, who is also the co-founder of Her Majesty, we actually wanted to start a pageant. We actually came together and we said, can we start a pageant? And we noticed that there are a lot of pageants out there, but instead of us taking it as, there are a lot of pageants, let's not do a pageant. We literally took it to another level. We said, there are a lot of pageants, let's showcase them. Do people know about these pageants? No. Some of them don't. There's so many amazing pageants out there. And then I remember one of the first pageants that literally blew us away was Miss Egoli. I don't think it operates now. Miss Egoli, they call it an entrepreneurial pageant. It doesn't.
It does.
They call it an entrepreneurial pageant. And we're like, oh, do people know about Miss Egoli? Okay, let's make sure that excitement to say, there's Miss Gauteng exclusive, there's Miss Josie, there's Miss. Do people know about it? Let's make sure that we interview these guys so we can get the message out there, so we can become the bridge between the people and the pageants and why they should be entering that pageant. And let's become the bridge between the people, the personalities, the pageant personalities, and the young girls out there who could use with their motivation and how they got to where they are. So hence the women empowerment platform. We said we are empowering women. That's what we want to do by bringing in other women who are doing amazing stuff in this platform. And then one of the guests that we interviewed earlier on said something about pageants being all glitz and glam and but there's so much behind
you talk about Miss Supra, right?
Not Miss Supra, Mrs. South Africa semi-finalist. Yes, Miss Fendi. She mentioned something like that, where there's still a perception out there that pageants are all glitz and glam, and they are that. It's etiquette. It's learning how to walk, how to speak, how to be the best version of yourself, and how to bring your personal purpose into pageantry. And people need to know about that. So there has to be a media gap in there, and that's what Her Majesty became.
What are some of the challenges that you have dealt with? Because I feel like, in the process of success, also process of growing as well, there's always like challenges as well. What are some of the things that you faced? Most of media companies, they're not more vocal or to talk about.
The pressures of the industry, they also get to us. People invite us to events. It's expensive to get to events. It's really expensive. You need to have makeup. You need to have
especially for girls.
Like me leaving my place and saying that I'm going to Empress Palace, for example. My face needs to be made up. My hair needs to be on point. Nails. Even an Uber or petrol to get there. So the funding of all of that is part of sustaining the model. We can sustain the model as it is, but there's the pressures of the industry that also impact us because we want to show up as well, and we want to show up as the best versions of ourselves. So we have learned to to navigate the challenges by, learning how to do our own makeup. And we got all those tips from pageant girls, by the way. To say, learn how to do your makeup, girl. Like, learn how to do a basic lip hondo with styling gel. Like, learn how to. We have amazing places where we hire dresses as well for very reasonable prices. We've had dress sponsors as well in the process. So we've become pageant girls without becoming pageant girls.
So true.
That's a real pressure, and I don't want people to look at us and think that we are pretending. We are going through it. We're getting through it. We are writing to people and saying, can you please sponsor us with a dress? We will. This is how much content we're going to bring you. This is how much you're going to bring back into your brand. The same way pageants do it, we also do it. So that's some of the, one of the challenges that people wouldn't think that we face.
Would you consider yourself joining a pageant, or do you feel like you are pageant material?
What's pageant material?
I don't know.
But I understand your question. Your question. I do feel like I'm pageant material, but I think I'm much more effective within my purpose when I'm on the other side.
Oh, behind the scenes.
When I'm behind the scenes.
True.
So, within your purpose, you get different assignments and different callings. So my purpose is to serve, my calling is within pageantry, but my assignments can be anywhere. So how I strategically place myself and where the gap is in the market is what I do at Her Majesty. So I'm good with that.
Okay, you're comfortable with that.
I'm great with that. Not comfortable because the industry evolves as well. So it challenges me. It challenges all of us to be who we need to be, to show up all the time. Coming here was a challenge itself. I was challenged to show up to your podcast interview. So things like that. And it's different for pageant girls. They are challenged to show up in a different way. So I can be there, but I choose to be on the other side.
That's so true. Would you consider yourself maybe in future opening Her Majesty pageantry?
People have asked us this question. Like we've got that question so many times, and no. People have said, no, we trust your brand. Why don't you do a pageant? Why don't you do? No. We believe in timing and spacing. Where your space is, where your assignment is, that's where we should be, and that's where we are growing. We don't know how life is going to challenge us next. There was a year where we didn't do interviews until August. From the beginning of the year, we had to stop because all of us were working hectic jobs. We had to stop. We started again in August, and we had to get extra people to help us. The most amazing people we found, they got to help us and push the brand forward. And those are some of the challenges that we face. So now if we step into another sort of space, then we'll be fiddling around with where God has placed us and where God wants to grow us. So
that is so true. So like in terms of building a brand and also being a trusted brand. So I think one of the things that I've also dealt with, growing the brand as well, people trusting the brand. How do you invite someone when there's no evidence for you to, there's no that tangible evidence for me to trust you? Like how do you deal with that, also growing your brand as well?
Literally, like I said when we started the interview, being authentic. We had to be who we are. We had to be who we are, and the one thing we learned about being ourselves is that, and that was a hard pill to swallow, to say you can be the most authentic person, but you also need to study the market. To study the market and what the market actually demands of you and what the market actually requires of you. I remember when we started out, it was so hard for people to believe that we are doing all of this. They were looking for our Instagram pages, and I didn't have a personal Instagram at that time. So and I remember calling them and saying, why am I the Instagram? So I'm venting that time, not knowing that that's what's required in the industry. Like just open a simple Instagram account. I have an Instagram account now, and I do whatever I want with it. It's my life. But when someone is looking for you, that's why we always tag it at the bottom when you ask for interviews. At Her Majesty Organization, at Onketlape, at Bitemogelo M, at Baby Poshoko. You understand? So that people can go to our profiles and say, this is a real person. So those are some of the things that we had to adapt to when building the brand. To say there are people behind the brand. People wanted to know who we are. So we started our interviews and this whole process in May 2021, and then by August 2021 we did a photo shoot for Women's Month. After we did the photo shoot, that's when things became much better, because the industry, you know, it's photo shoots, like it works like that. And then we were building a trusted brand to say, okay, these are the two girls behind them. We see them doing interviews, but
we don't know who they are.
We don't know who they are. So now we had to do a photo shoot. We had to do a BTS thing where we tell people that, hi, my name is Onke. This is my history in pageantry, and this is why I love pageants, and this is why we started this platform. And then that's part of the process of building, gradually building the brand, being authentic still, but gradually building the brand. To say we're not going to do our interviews in the middle of the week with makeup on, because we want to be authentic and we want to be ourselves. But we do the photo shoot, we go to the event, girl, we will do that makeup because of the industry. So like I said, it was a hard pill to swallow, to say, do they not trust us? But we had to. We had to.
So true.
How
do you build a brand, when you're starting up? I think we were talking about it. How do you build a brand, because so there's so many challenges financially, that how do you come about with that, having the girls that you genuinely want to work with?
Consistency. Consistency. We never miss an interview. To the point where we would say, if we don't have a guest, it's the two of us, we're going to be there and we're going to talk about anything that goes on in pageantry. Create conversations, find out the latest pageantry news. If you're not going to do an interview, you're going to post something. It's consistency. On our Instagram page, we created a system where it's a motivational quote and a post, but we've been doing that consistently for the past 5 years. I'm not even playing. Consistently, to the point where if someone makes the mistake of posting without a quote, we delete the other post. Put this one and then put the next one. So that is building a brand, literally, and it doesn't have to take millions or anything along those lines. It literally is that, finding your consistency, finding your lane, and then sticking to it. So that is the brand. So if one day people don't see codes on our page, okay, and then Majesty thing, did they fire Unke? Like, did they fire Temu? Did they fire Baby? Who has taken over? Then you guys will be on blogs
chatting about
the CEO is not gonna
the drama is happening.
There's drama there. Someone bought Her Majesty. The same person that bought this pageant. So things like that. So
it happens actually.
That's how you build a brand.
So you spoke about Miss Egoli, phenomenal pageant as well. Shout out to Mpo. Shout out to Mpo. She's running the organization. How did you actually come about working with pageants as well?
Working with pageants as organizations. It's the one-on-one. Trust me. As simple as that. It's the one-on-one. So you want to interview, for example, you want to interview Miss Egoli Queen. We email Miss Egoli. Egoli and then we end up, chatting back and forth via email. We exchange numbers. I have Mpo's numbers, Miss Egoli CEO Mpo. We chat on WhatsApp. I call Mpo. We do the interview with the Queen. I call Mpo to thank her for the interview. You know me. When you call me, it's game over. So while chatting to Mpo, we build that kind of rapport in the relationship. Exactly. The sisterhood as well. I love that. And then in the process, Mpo says, okay, so our grand finale is on the 9th of August on Women's Day. You want to come? We'll give you guys 2 tickets. Okay, girl, we are coming. And then next thing, hi Mpo, can we do behind the scenes interviews with the finalists? Okay, no, that's great. Then next thing, hi Mpo, you want to post
relationship.
You understand? The relationship is building. Literally, that's how it was with most of the pageants. There are too many to mention, but just a few who have been very consistent with our relationship. Miss Teen Grand South Africa with Yondela, amazing people. Like we chat like we are sisters. The time I got to, with you, literally, the time I got to meet Yondela, it felt like I'd known her for years. Miss Charm South Africa with Sita, World South Africa pageants with Kaylin, and many other pageants that have been literally at the forefront of what Her Majesty is today. And it started with, can we interview one of your queens?
Speaking of the challenges, right?
Yeah.
Did you actually face challenges of people not responding?
Yeah. Every day.
Right.
I got one this week, yesterday.
Yeah. Right.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
we get
that's one of the fears that I used to overthink about it. You know, when I started like venturing into interviewing pageantry, because there is so many unread messages. And you're so locked in on some, you know, I wish these people could respond the way you feel like it, you know, right? So what are some pageantries that you feel like and you wish to work with as well?
Pageantries that I wish to work with.
Yeah.
All the pageantries in all the SADC countries.
Right.
Yes, Namibia, Botswana, Lesotho.
We spoke about it, right?
Exactly,
Yeah,
Mozambique, like all the SADC countries, Zambia. So going internationally, but not too international. Africa, but you know, within SADC, I would love to work with those pageants so much.
Yeah.
Especially Namibia and Botswana. Botswana because I'm Tswana, so I can't wait to do a full interview in Tswana.
Right.
You know, just despite the other people. So all of that, I can't wait to actually work with them and South Africa and discovering new pageants.
Right.
Discovering new pageants. Literally, Miss Sprite View. Please reach out to us. Discovering new pageants that we've never interviewed before on the show will always be a pleasure to us.
True. So in terms of, you know, the values that Miss Her Majesty stand for, what are some of the values that you stand for as an organization?
It's Ubuntu.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are dealing with people.
Yeah.
You need to be a person of the people because you're dealing with people. People are very frustrating.
Yeah.
Like I answer to some of these guys like I'm answering to my cousins sometimes to say no, not like that, darling. Not like that. Let's come back to ourselves. Yeah, it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah.
And that's sisterly love. You know, that's brotherly love. That's friendship that we deal with some of the, and some of the girls are really young and they will come back, you know, cancel an interview abruptly from out of nowhere and I'll,
there's time and schedule as well. You dedicate that specific time.
We are ready to do the interview and then I'll call them and say, dude, no man,
that's not how it works.
I was expecting better from you. You understand? And they know how strict we are. You know, within this time, please don't even come and say, okay, can I? No, it's not. And then we'll answer you in the most humanly possible to say, you can see why we had to. So it doesn't work like that. So those are some of the values that we stand by, and that has kept us really strong, even within us as a team. Working together, we know that, guys, rather than not do this, than compromise someone else. So we are people before anything.
That's so amazing. You know, what legacy do you want to leave for Her Majesty?
For Her Majesty, it is within her. That's our tagline. That's the legacy. It is within her. Like every single queen out there, every single young girl, it is really within you, and that is your legacy. You want to look anywhere for legacy? Right here. Within her. Yeah.
That's so amazing. Clock it. People want to work with you and collaborate with you. Where can people find you?
Okay, so if people want to work with us, they can contact us directly on WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp number is 076-730-2317. They can also send us a DM at Her Majesty Organization in full on Instagram. On X and TikTok, it's at Her Majesty Org. So they can send us a DM or an email, Her Majesty Organization in full at gmail.com. So you're very responsive to emails and WhatsApp.
Thank you so much for coming, girl.
Thank you. We did it finally.
Yo, thank you so much for coming. Wish you all the best with your organization as well. Also with your team as well. Shout out to the girls, you know, for doing such amazing girl. Right. I'm so excited for hoping, you know, the collaboration in future. Right. If you want to be part of the KJ Real Talk show and create a healthy and healing conversation, make sure you hit us up, the kjrealtalk@gmail.com. Don't hesitate to come and hear through the conversation. See you on the next episode. Make sure you also follow Her Majesty on Instagram. Girl, you need to be active on YouTube.
On YouTube, we need to be active on YouTube, guys. We also have YouTube.
You need to. Because I'm also thinking about it now, like, girl, according to Showtime. Right. Thank you so much. Yeah.